Next topic in solid states is calculation of atoms in a unit cell. If one unit cell is given to us, we have to calculate how many atoms are there in this unit cell. That is in simple unit cell, face-centered unit cell, and in body-centered unit cell. Before calculating the atoms in a unit cell, we should know in one unit cell there are 8 corners. There are 6 faces and there is one center, that is body center. Now unit cell I'm taking is a cube for this. Like this is a cube. In this there are 8 corners. These 4 on the top, these 4 corners, and plus we have 4 at the bottoms, 5th, 6th, 7th, and this is the 8th one. So in a unit cell there are how many corners? There are 8 corners. After that 6 phases. In a unit cell there are 6 phases. This top part, then this bottom part, then this side, this side, this side, and this side, like this. Top, bottom, this side, this face, and this face. Like in a room you can understand there are 6 walls. One is roof and one is the floor. So in one unit cell there are how many faces? There are 6 faces and one body center. Inside this unit cell, inside here in the center, there is one body center. Along with this, we should also know there are 12 edges in a unit cell. How many edges are there in a unit cell? There are 12 edges in a unit cell. The edge is this thing. This is one edge. Similarly, this one is another edge, this one and this one. So on top here we can see how many edges are there? 4 edges. Similarly at the bottom part we have this 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. 4 edges are here. 4 on the top, 8. Then this is the next one, 9th. This is the 10th, 11th and this is the 12th. So there are how many edges in a unit cell? 12 edges. 4 we can see at the top. Similarly 4 are here at the bottom, and on these sides also we will have 4 edges. So total how many edges are there in a unit cell? There are 12 edges. So once we know that how many corners, how many faces, how many body centers and how many edges are there in a unit cell, now we'll solve this part. Contribution of one particle. Contribution of one particle at corner of unit cell is 1 by 8. Contribution of one particle at face center is 1 by 2. Contribution of one particle at edge center is 1 by 4. And contribution of one particle at body center is equal to 1. Now how we are getting this thing? Actually we will suppose that actually we have the particles as spheres. Particles are like the spheres here. So to understand this we are taking up the 8 unit cells. How many unit cells we need to understand this thing? We need 8 unit cells. I can't take the 8 boxes here, so I'm just taking these flat squares only, but understand that these are actually your cubes. 4 cubes I'm keeping like this. 4 cubes I'm keeping on the top of this. So 4 I have to keep on the top, like here. Like we have drawn the spaced lattice. Similarly here we are taking up the 8 unit cells. And actually the particles are like the spheres. They are like the spheres here. They're present here at the corners of the unit cell, at the face center, body center, like this. So actually particles are like spheres, but I can't keep the sphere particles here and explain it to you. So what I'm doing here is just see. This is your one unit cell. This is your one cube like this. So one we are keeping adjacent to this, one this side, and 4 we keep on the top. Like that, we are taking up these 8 unit cells. Now I'm taking one particle which is at the corner of unit cell. I'm choosing this unit cell I'm taking, and I'm taking up this corner of this unit cell. If we place one particle here and removing this and showing to you, the particle is like a sphere. So if one particle will come here, that particle will be actually like this. That particle will be like this. So this particle is here at the corner. This black one, this one. Now, see this particle which is there at the corner is not completely belonging to this unit cell. It is touching these unit cells also. And plus, when I'm keeping the unit cell on the top of this, remember this is a sphere here. So this unit cell will also touch this particle. This unit cell is also touching this particle. Similarly, this one is touching it, and this one is also touching this particle. So actually this particle is shared with how many unit cells? It's shared with the 8 unit cells, with this unit cell, with this unit cell, with this one, and similarly with this one, and with this also, and this also. So this particle which is here at the corner of one unit cell is shared by how many unit cells? 8 unit cells. So how much it is contributing to this one unit cell? It's 1/8 part. So see here, contribution of one particle at corner is how much? 1/8. Any particle which is present at the corner of any unit cell is contributing its 1/8 part only to that particular unit cell. Now come to the phase center. If we are keeping one particle at the phase center, this top face I'm taking, if we are keeping one particle here, remember this is again a sphere. The particle which is at the phase center, this is not touching it, this unit cell is not touching this unit cell is not touching it, and even the unit cells which are at the top of these also not touching this particle. Only the unit cell which is at the top of this is touching this particle. So how much contribution this particle is giving to one unit cell? It is shared by 2. So to one unit cell it is contributing its 1/2 part only. So see now the second point. Contribution of one particle at phase center is how much? 1/2 only. Half of this only is actually belonging to this unit cell. Now come to the edge center. For this I am taking up, again we are keeping the 4 unit cells we are taking. Like this. Now I'm taking this edge I'm taking, the particle here at this edge. A sphere is here at this edge. Now this particle which is here at the edge is not touched by these 4 unit cells at all. But this is shared by this unit cell plus the one which will come at the top of this and the one which will come at the top of this. So this particle is actually shared by how many unit cells? The particle which is here at this edge center is actually shared by 4 unit cells. So how much it is contributing to one unit cell? It's 1/4 part only. So particle which is at the edge center contributes how much? 1/4 part only. And the one that is at the body center means inside this unit cell. Any particle which goes inside this, like this particle goes inside, belongs only to this unit cell. It is not shared by any of the unit cells which are around it. So this belongs completely to one unit cell only. I think now these points are clear to you. Contribution of one particle at corner is how much? 1 by 8. Contribution of one particle at face center is 1 by 2 to 1 unit cell. And contribution of one particle at edge center is 1 by 4 to 1 unit cell. And contribution of one particle which is at the body center is 1. It entirely belongs to that unit cell. Now, applying above points, after when we apply above points, we will get the number of atoms in different cubic unit cells. So first here I am taking is a simple cubic unit cell. Simple cubic unit cell. Simple cubic unit cell is that unit cell which has particles present only at the corners of a unit cell. The particles are present only here at the corners, and there are 8 corners in a unit cell. But one particle at corner contributes to one unit cell. How much? Each of this particle which is here at the corner is contributing its 1 by 8 to one unit cell. So 8 particles at 8 corners are contributing how much? 1 by 8 into 8 comes out to be equal to 1. So actually in simple unit cell there are not 8 particles because they are not contributing completely. So when we calculate their contribution, actually in simple unit cell how many particles are there? One particle. There is only one atom in a simple cubic unit cell. After simple cubic unit cell, the second type of unit cell is face centered unit cell. Face centered unit cell. A unit cell in which particles are at the corners of unit cell. Particles are present here. They are present at the corners of this unit cell. But along with at the corners, they are also present at the centers of phases of a unit cell. And there are how many phases? There are 6 phases in a unit cell. So 6 particles are here. 4 are these walls. 1 is this front one is this back one. So there are 6 particles at the phase centers. So now contribution of 8 particles at corner. How much they are contributing? We have calculated already in the first part. 1 particle at corner contributes 1 by 8 and 8 particles at corner contributes how much? Total contribution comes out to be equal to 1. Now come to the phase center particles. 1 particle at phase center contributes how much? 1 particle at phase center contributes 1 by 2. But how many phase center particles are there? 6. So total 6 particles at phase center contributes 1 by 2 into 6 equal to 3. So 1 here, 3 here. Total particles in phase center unit cell, they are 1 because of the corner ones, 3 because of the phase center ones. So this is actually equal to 4. In phase center unit cell, there are actually 4 particles. Next is body centered unit cell. Body center unit cell is that unit cell in which particles are present at the corners of a unit cell and plus at the center of our unit cell here. A contribution of the particles at corners, like already we have done. There are 8 particles at corners. How much they are contributing to one unit cell? They contribute 1 to 1 unit cell. Now come to the one particle at body center. Contributes how much? There's only one particle at the body center. It contributes completely to that unit cell. So total particles are how many in this unit cell? Total particles in body center unit cell are 1 because of corner ones, 1 because of the body center. So there are actually 2 particles in body centered unit cell. This is how we calculate number of particles in simple cubic unit cell, face centered cubic unit cell and body centered cubic unit cell.